Against the backdrop of the spectacular Rocky Mountains on the outskirts of Colorado Springs, home to some of our nation's best and brightest at the United States Air Force Academy. And when they're not learning to fly, they're getting ready for battles on the gridiron. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see the #2 team in the country, the Army Black Knights, taking on a team from the Mountain West, the Air Force Falcons. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Black Knights will kick it away to start. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Falcons offense will get the first swing of the game. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, and David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Wide receiver shows motion. He'll run it again. It's been a great way for the service academies to stay relevant in major college football by having prolific ground game.
Yeah, and those ground games are a pain in everybody's you-know-what. I mean, they drive you nuts, the triple option, because so much discipline. I mean, they're so good at running what they do. They don't do a lot, but they're going to hit you right in the mouth and run the football.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down.
A waste of time.
They'll run this play from the pistol. Now the play fake. Using the quick game. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they cell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, and they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
This defense really has their hands full, guys. They got to play with great eye discipline because they don't know who's going to be keeping the football in the run game. And that time, you saw the QB. He was able to kind of skirt his way to get some positive yards.
Slips through the line. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown, Black Knights. The whole thought process is just get the ball back, and what will we do on offense? And the special teams takes care of that.
What a great job by the special teams unit, making a big-time play. Listen, the offense was going to get the ball, Reese. Yeah, I get you, but they got this taken care of. Take the punt return, make a few guys miss, take it all the way to the house. Really good execution on that punt return.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. The kickoff team is out there, and after giving up a punt return for the score, this offense needs to do some work. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. He'll pull it on the read. Still on his feet at the 45. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he gets a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Third down play from the gun. Finds his big tight end. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
And had they not picked up that first down, it would have been decision time for the head coach, right? You're kind of in no man's land on the fridge. Are you trying a long field goal? Are you going for it on fourth down? But because of the execution there and the nice throw, let's keep this drive going. Let's see if we can get 6.
The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponent. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more because it's bragging rights. Like, the rivalries matter so much all throughout the year. All the fans talking about this game in particular, that's why it means more, and that's why these players will be jacked out of their minds.
He'll do it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. And he'll need to curl this one in from 44 yards out on the right hash. Field goal is good.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So Army's offense has the ball for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. The give to the back. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
Really good-looking run, and when you play Army, you know these guys offensively, they are always so dialed into their rushing attack. Everybody understands their assignment and responsibility. It doesn't matter if they're running the option. It doesn't matter if they're doing it out of the spread. They know who they need to block, and as a defense, you better limit your mental errors, or you're going to have a hard time slowing this rushing attack down.
Guys, it is Army who carries the lead into the quarter break. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. Dropping back, it's Clemens. Fires to the tight end. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And the Black Knights are moving quickly down the field. They'll throw it on first down. Pocket starts to collapse. He'll try to do it himself. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. And here comes the offense on second down. Off play action. He finds a soft spot in the middle. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. The Black Knights will snap it on 1st and 10. Fast motion from the offense. Off the play fake on first down. Pulls it in. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. And the Black Knights looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Looking to go up top on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Touchdown, Army! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them. Timely decisions, effective play management helps them get in the end zone after that marathon drive.
And every time the offense needed a play, boom, they got it. I mean, you think about it. Whether it's a small run, small pass, whatever they needed, they got it done, and they popped it in for the score.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit, and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to have to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
I don't like the play call. You're down this much against the best run defense in the entire country. You're just smashing your face against the wall. You're not going to get it done. To win this game, you're going to have to throw the ball to get back in it.
He'll keep it himself. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Nice job playing assignment football by that defensive end. Knowing what my job is, not letting that quarterback get out, get loose, making a good play, and most importantly, being there in the right spot and getting him on the ground.
Backing up and backing up on the first 2 plays, now to try to throw it in drive on 3rd down. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the Falcons will punt it away on 4th down. He might just try to kick it away from the return man because he housed the first one. Made a defender miss. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. He caught it. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Great throw, great catch. I know you smelt the pylon and you wanted to get in the end zone, but now you got 1st and goal.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Black Knights. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
Yeah, and coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board.
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. First down sack, pushes it back. Now it's 2nd down. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Power football with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Goodness, that is the way you blow up a play quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Hair on fire, caused a wreck. That had to be a blown assignment. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. The running back has it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
The Black Knights want to crank the tempo. To the air, it's Clemens. Throws toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Army!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. The give to the tailback. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Falcons will kick it away first, and we'll start the 2nd half. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Army has it back and the offense ready to go. They'll start the 3rd quarter with the run. Oh, sick, nasty move, and he's loose. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
And it's runs like that, man, where he just shows you a little bit of everything that is the reason why he's in the Heisman race. Like, this dude leads the nation in rushing for a reason. They hand him the football a lot. They trust him, and he continues to deliver and make big play after big play. This dude is an absolute superstar.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. Looking downfield, it's Clemens. Looking to the big tight end. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
They stop him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with fourth down coming. He'll wave for the fair catch and haul it in at the 25. Air Force has it back and the Falcon offense returns to the field. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. They'll leave it with him. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
The throw to the outside is complete. And this junior loves to show off that big arm.
I'll tell you, QBs and receivers, they practice these out routes all week long. You've got to anticipate. You've got to be comfortable throwing it before he gets out of his break. And they executed it perfectly right there to pick up that first.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. They'll put the tight end in motion. The give to the back. Makes the stop at the 49. Give him 5 yards on the play and a first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that.
And boy, was that pressure in his face immediately. Down he goes. 2nd down now after the sack. Trying play action. Tight end finds a soft spot.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run, and this guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down. And the Falcons decide to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
And that play there is essentially a microcosm of why this guy's the leading rusher in the nation and why he's in contention for the Heisman Trophy. This guy's got speed, open field running ability. He can break tackles. He can just do it all.
And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come open.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
When I'm an offensive coach, I'm going to take shots. I'm going to take those 50-50 balls, and most of the time I'm going to trust my wide receiver to come down with it. The defensive back said, no, sir.
Quickly complete. Open space at the 25. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. Leaves it with the back. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down. He now has 62 yards on the ground, and he is well within striking distance of a 1,200-yard rushing season. Turning to the running game on first and goal. Touchdown, Black Knights! And the stomping has commenced. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and the score is 35-3. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
This should be the last play of the quarter. Quarterback on the keeper. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. Guys, it is Army who carries the lead into the quarter break. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. First down to start the drive after the break. He's looking to throw it. Takes his shot. Got his man. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. A new set of downs after the completion. To the air on first down. He's got it down the middle. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, his coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. You get a little bit of time to throw, you can move guys with your eyes, that drag comes wide open, good throw, good.
He'll take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, a lot of things haven't gone right for him. You saw an incompletion right there. It's been offense, it's been defense. They just haven't been able to click and get into a rhythm here. And now they're playing catch-up, and you know they're going to be throwing at each and every play here in the fourth quarter.
He's got him this time. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. The Falcons come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. He's got him in the flat. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Dumps it off in the flats. They get him down after he makes the catch.
That defender just laid the wood. As soon as that guy caught the ball, there he was. Bam! Clean hit for a minimal gain.
Off the play fake. To the end zone, and it's picked off. That's why you love veterans in this defense. They stay locked in on their rules, and he made the pick.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Wide receiver now comes in motion. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
They'll go to the ground. At the 45 on his way. He's up to 90 yards rushing, and this guy's just having a tremendous season, leading the country in rushing. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Quick completion to the right. Across the 25, he's got room. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Ball spotted at the 29. Here they come on 3rd and short. Quickly out to the tight end. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Looking for a productive play on first down. He wants to throw. Fires to the middle. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass. Forced.
Makes the catch. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the 4th quarter. They're letting it...
Touchdown, Army! And the beatdown has ensued. This team just knows how to finish. They keep getting better and better and better, and they are close to going 9-0.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Comes out throwing on first down. A shot toward the end zone. And the pass is incomplete. They were going for the fabulous parting gift, but instead will just go home with a loss. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival, and you're able to put forth a performance like that.